metal industry, Heber was an active member in the Stock Growers Association. He sat on the board of directors of the Union Stockyard Company of Omaha for 25 years. Finally, today, I want to thank you all for being here for this moment in time. Today is a very special day, and we really want to thank the Hord family. Thank you, Sarah, for being here. Their legacy consists of activities of significance to local and regional history, along with a long record of community contribution. Would you like to speak over? Okay, I need you to. Thank you to David Calise with the History Nebraska Historic Preservation. He is the National Register and Historical Markers Coordinator, and he worked with us through the application process in making this a reality. Thank you to Rex Libby, who gave us pictures that you're going to see on the tour today if you choose to go through the home. It's on the second floor. He was very good friends with Monty Hord, and Monty had asked him to keep these pictures safe. They're in impeccable condition. He spent time visiting with Chris and I, and we can't thank him enough. We also want to thank Kevin Hilder and the high school class of Monty Hord. We hope you take a moment to look at the 9/11 clock. After Monty was killed on that tragic day back in 2011, going back to the community giving back, they wanted to make sure he was remembered. So we hope you take time to look at the clock. Thank you to the City of Central City, the City Council, and the Merrick Foundation for your work in funding this important project. You're forward-thinking again and believe in this community, but not at the expense of forgetting how we got here in the first place. And finally, we'd like to thank the members of the Merritt County Historical Museum and Society who are here today to help with our tours. They're also selling raffle tickets, and it's your chance to win an 11x14 Todd Williams oil painting of Chimney Rock. Tickets are $1 for $5 or 5 for $20, and we will have a $20 suggested donation on the tour today per group. All money raised will benefit the Merritt County Historical Museum that we are looking forward to being built. At this moment, I'd love to point out Bev and Steve Curry, because without them, we wouldn't have purchased this home. I don't know where they're hiding. They're in the shade, smart cookies. Well, that's dessert. Okay. I'm going to try to be quick. I know it's tremendously hot, but luckily the house is very air conditioned, so come through. We'll cool you down. My husband and I, 5 years ago, came out to look at this house. My mom had said the house you've always loved came out for sale in Central City, and my husband and I were living in Omaha. And we came out to look at the home. We went on a tour. It was an open house. And he turned to me and said, 100-year-old house? I'm a little nervous. But judging by the man's workshop in the basement, I think I might have something in common with him if I could just visit with that man. And Bev Curry pops out of this back room and says, he'll be here in 15 minutes. My husband and Steve went on a 3-hour tour of the home. He showed him all the things he had worked on, all the projects he could see coming up. And we drove home that night. My husband said, we better be smart people and put an offer on the house. So I couldn't thank Steve Curry enough for talking my husband into buying this house that I loved. That meant the world. Bev took me while Steve and Chris were going through the house to the Child Development Center and told me how important the Child Development Center was, where now I serve on that board because I want to pay it forward for all the work she did to get the Development Center here. It's important to have infrastructure if we want to continue to grow as a community, and that's one of the most important things to have. We can't have people move here if there's nowhere for their kids to stay while they work. So, little plug for the Child Development Center. Okay, so I just want to have Steve, Bev come up, Sarah come up, because I'd love to get a picture by this. I don't think there's any other Hord family members here. Sarah, are we good? Okay, she's bashful. I told her she has to do a ribbon cutting, but come on up. This is very, very neat. Okay. The other side's actually the beginning. You're going to see the continued side, but since everybody's on this side, we're going to have her do the ribbon cutting right here. Steve and Bev.